Michael, Will, congratulations on Patriots, and thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Michael, I want to start with you. The last time you were on Broadway was in The Pillow Man. I was just telling you off camera how much I love that production back in 2005. What was it about Patriots that brought you back to Broadway? What made you say yes to this project for Broadway?
Oh, goodness. What didn't? I mean, everything about it, getting a chance to meet and work with this beautiful person and fantastic artist who I'd heard about for so long.
Yeah.
Peter Morgan is someone whose work I admired. Rupert Gould,
writer.
The writer, our writer from The Crown fame. And Rupert Goold, who I'd heard about for years, and Sonia Friedman, our producer. Just an extraordinary group of people that had created this abroad. I'd heard wonderful things about it, and the role itself was extraordinary, and I just thought, let me at it.
Yeah.
You know, I just jumped in, and it's been a great challenge and a remarkable journey so far.
Absolutely. And Will, this is your Broadway debut. You've been with this project for some time. You won an Olivier Award for playing Putin in London. Are you just loving being a part of the Broadway community?
Yeah, no, it's really, really lovely to be here and be a part of the culture.
Yes, yes, yes. I want to dive into both your takes on these characters, Putin and Berezovsky. Obviously, there's a lot out there on Putin, Berezovsky, not as much. I mean, when I was doing a little digging, there are interviews and videos that I've seen. What did you draw from to create these men for the stage?
I just watched as much as I could, really, and like you say, there's a whole lot out there. But it was very useful, all the early stuff, of all the early images of him, where I could see a sort of mixture of timidity and certainty, kind of vision, which I found very evocative and suggestive, and I found all that really useful. And I read a lot of books, but then at the end of the day, you pack all the information in, and there's a moment when you've just got to do what's on the page.
And Michael, has Peter shared information with you? Because I know he was working with people who knew Boris,
right.
and with writing this, he did extensive research to create this character this real-life character for the stage.
Sure.
What has he shared with you about him?
Oh, there were little behaviorisms that he relayed on to me, and there was a gentleman who helped us with some of the pronunciations during the course of the show. He knew Boris and shared some information as well. Things that he didn't necessarily put in the text about how he may have moved and moments of things like that. But in the end, he kind of allowed me to explore and find my own way within him.
Yeah.
And that's been very generous on his part.
Well, you know, with doing the play here in New York versus London, was there any difference with telling this story in the US versus the UK in terms of reception, how people received it?
I think it does feel different. It's difficult to tell whether the difference is to do with history moving on, because it is a play that lands differently kind of every night, because people are living the ending of it in a way in their own heads, because and the news cycle is contributing to that. So that's a sort of fascinating filter to have. I think beyond that, at the beginning, I found that people were more surprised and sort of almost wrong-footed by the idea of Putin as a sort of small, timid man at the beginning of the story.
Which is so hard to believe, and that was surprising to me watching the story unfold.
Yeah, so it was interesting. It was interesting feeling that kind of an audience's almost anxiety about how are we meant to respond to this. This man's meant to be on the back of a horse with his shirt off.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, that was very interesting to meet.
Boris was a math prodigy. There's math being done in real time on stage. Michael, how's your math?
Bad question. No, I'm not a math head, but it's been fascinating to get into it a little bit and to actually see some of the mathematics that Boris was working on at the time. And I've had some friends who I've inquired to, who were really excited about the prospect of tracking down what the kind of math that we do in the show, what it might have been. Actually, we were able to bring some of the themes that are discussed in the story. Boris's obsession with infinity, for instance, finds its way into the equation that I write on that board. It has become part of the tapestry that Peter wrote about, so that's kind of fun too.
Gentlemen, congratulations. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.